Okay, so you've probably seen it blowing up your social feeds, haven't you? The internet is absolutely buzzing. Some might even say panicking, really, all about YouTube's supposed new policy.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Everyone's claiming that, like, come July 15th, 2025, any video generated using AI voice is just gone, demonetized. And if you're a small YouTuber just starting out, well, it sounds pretty terrifying, like career doom almost.
It really is fascinating how quickly, an update can spiral, just turns into widespread fear and, frankly, a lot of misinformation online.
Right.
But here's the quick takeaway, the Blinkist version, if you will. YouTube isn't banning AI voices, not outright.
Okay.
What they're really after is, well, genuine effort. Value in your content. It doesn't actually matter what tools you choose to use.
Oh.
And look, this isn't entirely new for them either. YouTube has always expected original, authentic content from creators in their partner program, the YPP. That's always been the baseline.
So you're saying the sky isn't falling for AI creators? Because honestly, that's a huge relief. The chatter out there really suggested a complete crackdown.
Well, yeah, the nuance gets lost, doesn't it?
Seems so. YouTube actually shared the update, the real details, in a blog post. It was titled, July 2025 Updates to YouTube Partner Program YPP Monetization Policies.
That's the one.
And like you said, the core intent isn't just banning AI voices across the board. Instead, it's about refining their ability to better identify mass-produced and repetitious content. That's their phrase.
Right. And also to reflect what inauthentic content looks like today because, the landscape changes.
Exactly. So our mission, really, in this deep dive is to unpack this specific update. Cut through all the rumors, separate the fact from the fear, and reveal what YouTube actually seems to care about here.
Yeah, nail down what inauthentic really means in this context.
Precisely. This is basically your shortcut to getting properly informed on this pretty crucial policy update. So when I first started digging into this, I guess I expected a much broader crackdown too. Just like probably many of you listening might have.
Understandable.
But what really surprised me after looking at YouTube's actual policy documents and the blog post was that it truly isn't about the tool. Not the AI voice, not a fancy camera, not specific editing software. None of that seems to be the point.
It really comes down to the input, doesn't it?
Yes, it's all about the effort, the unique value you're bringing to your audience. So if you're creating genuinely original content, things like, say, educational narrations explaining complex topics.
Or detailed tutorials.
Right. Or well-researched information where you use an AI voice for commentary, but the research and insight are yours. If you're doing that, you're generally in the clear.
And that extends to original stories too, right? Or scripts you've written yourself, even if an AI reads them.
Exactly. If the core creation, the idea, the script, is original to you.
What's fascinating here, I think, is how this update clarifies what they mean by inauthentic. It's not about the technology itself, like you said. It's about the lack of human input or transformative effort.
Transformative effort. What does that really mean in practice?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, YouTube is primarily targeting what they call mass-produced and repetitious content.
Okay.
So imagine those channels that just flood the platform, hundreds of videos, almost identical, super generic topics, maybe just stock footage reels, and very little unique input, like AI-generated slideshows of just random facts with no real commentary, or simply re-uploading clips from, say, other creators with really minimal, maybe lazy edits. That's the kind of stuff they're trying to filter out.
Right. So no more endless slideshows of, I don't know, generic cat facts narrated by a monotone robot voice, then
hopefully fewer, yeah.
Good riddance. I think I remember seeing a channel that just showed like hours of grass growing close-ups with some elevator music. I guess that's what they mean by lacking genuine human effort.
Precisely. That kind of zero-effort content farm approach.
But it does raise an important question, though. How does YouTube actually measure this effort or transformation? Is it purely like an algorithm spotting patterns? Or is there a human review element involved in flagging these low-effort channels?
That's a really insightful question. And the answer is it's almost certainly a combination.
Okay.
Look, algorithms are getting incredibly sophisticated, right? They can detect patterns of repetitive content, mass uploads, reuse of assets, all that technical stuff.
Makes sense.
But there's also a crucial human review process that often comes into play, especially when creators appeal or content gets flagged by users or during channel reviews for monetization.
So humans do get eyes on it eventually.
Often, yes,
So,
especially in borderline cases or appeals. And ultimately, inauthentic here means content that lacks that genuine human spark, that unique transformation. You can't just, take someone else's article, run it through an AI voice generator, slap on some stock photos, and call it transformed.
right, that's just repackaging.
Exactly. You truly need to add significant value. That could be through your own unique analysis, providing insightful commentary, original storytelling, or, genuinely creative editing that makes it something new.
That makes a lot of sense. So it really sounds like this policy update is designed to make sure ad revenue goes where it's supposed to go.
To the creators putting in the work.
Yeah, to creators putting in the real effort to produce high-quality, engaging, original content, not rewarding folks trying to game the system with just automated, low-effort bulk uploads.
That seems to be the core goal, yes. Protecting the creator ecosystem in a way.
And, for anyone still a bit skeptical about this interpretation, I actually checked this myself. If you use AI tools like Google's Gemini AI and ask about the new YouTube rules.
Oh, interesting. What did it say?
It basically confirms this. It says YouTube's main focus is on originality, authenticity, and, tighter scrutiny on repetitive and mass-produced stuff. It explicitly states that an original video using an AI voice won't be penalized if it truly adds value.
There you go. Confirmation from the AI itself.
Kind of ironic, huh? But useful.
So really, for all you creators listening out there, the message seems pretty clear. Don't panic.
Yeah, breathe.
This isn't some kind of blanket ban on using AI tools. It's a very specific call to maybe elevate your content, to think more deeply about the unique value you provide. It's actually an opportunity, I think, to lean into your creativity more.
Absolutely. It's about focusing on your unique voice, your perspective, your creativity, and providing real, actual value to your viewers. That's the constant, isn't it?
It should be. At the end of the day, that's what builds an audience.
So considering everything we've kind of unpacked in this deep dive, maybe the question for you listening is, how will you ensure your content always stands out? How will you make sure it has that spark, that value, no matter what tools you happen to choose to use along the way?